Don't forget to go to ashkicking.com for pound the best home health and beauty fragrance products.
This is Bobby, and you're watching Dante's Boxing Nation.
Yes, sir. Let me dig into your...
And I say this today to you, and I really believe it, and it's true, that since Ali, there hasn't been a better fighter, a better boxer than this kid, pretty boy Floyd Mayweather. This young man has the technique and the ability, which puts him, in my book, ahead of such greats as Sugar Ray Leonard, Roberto Duran, Marvin Hagler, and all the other great fighters that I've seen in my career. But there is nobody that combines all the skills of pretty boy Floyd.
Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? You know, I always say it on this channel. Pictures say 1,000 words, don't they? When you look at the reaction of Marcellus Wiley listening to what Bob Arum has to say about Vasyl Lomachenko. And I also always tell you guys that one of the most dangerous weapons in the world is a microphone and a camera. As you just seen the clip earlier on with Bob Arum praising Floyd Mayweather as the greatest fighter since Muhammad Ali. So anyway, Bob Arum, he went on ESPN, went on this show with Marcellus Wiley, and shout out to Marcellus Wiley. Me and Marcellus Wiley, we actually go way back. I used to hang out with Marcellus way before he even turned pro as an NFL player, when we used to be out there kicking it real tough in LA, Crenshaw District, Lamert Park, that area. Going to that gym out there we used to work out at, the Black Diamond, brings back memories. But anyway, yeah, so Bob Arum, he went on this show with Marcellus Wiley, and he claimed that Lomachenko is the greatest fighter since Muhammad Ali. There I say it. He said he's the most skilled fighter since Muhammad Ali. And of course, this is how Marcellus Wiley reacted to what Bob Arum said, as you can see his face expression on the picture. Oh, Bobby, he would go on to basically say Lomachenko is technically the best fighter since Muhammad Ali. And then he mentioned Floyd Mayweather. Bob, he mentioned Floyd Mayweather in comparison, and he basically said, oh, you know, Floyd is a good defensive fighter, but he's just a defensive fighter. But when it comes to Lomachenko, you know, he's this and he's that and he's this and he's that. But there lies the contradiction. Because if you go back and watch that clip I played for you at the beginning of this video, never did Bob Arum say, but Floyd is just a defensive fighter. No. He said Floyd is the best fighter since Muhammad Ali. It just goes to show you that when politics play a role, all of a sudden that can cloud your vision. Because now, of course, that Floyd Mayweather is no longer promoted by Bob, and since then, Bob Arum has called Floyd Mayweather Hitler. He's called Floyd Mayweather all types of names. And then he took away that title of being the best fighter since Muhammad Ali, and now he's handed it over to Lomachenko. But you can't erase what you already said on a microphone. That's the beauty of it. It's already in the books. It's already documented. So, once again, Bob Arum, he's comparing Loma to Floyd Mayweather. He's comparing Loma to Muhammad Ali. And Marcellus Wiley, he says, I don't know, man. I mean, it really has to pass the eye test. He said, what about Roy Jones? I mean, if you're going to, he said, you skipped a whole lot of fighters to get to Muhammad Ali. He said, what about Roy Jones? And of course, Bob Arum said, oh, well, you know, Roy Jones was a good, talented, aggressive fighter, threw a lot of punches, but, you know, Loma is just a different type of animal. I'm paraphrasing that last part, but this is pretty much what he said. I'll put the link in the description box so you guys can listen to the entire interview. And then Marcellus Wiley, he brought up Terrence Crawford. And Bob Arum pretty much said the same thing, defending Lomachenko over Terrence Crawford. You know, what's really interesting is ESPN, because ESPN is a very biased network. Matter of fact, when I say they're biased, if you go to Wikipedia and you search ESPN, they will actually tell you that ESPN is known for being biased in the bio. When you go to Wikipedia and look up ESPN, which is pretty goddamn crazy if you think about it. That's pretty deep, I should say. For Wikipedia to be labeling ESPN as biased. But anyway, so ESPN is the same network that has Roman Gonzalez considered top 25, one of the greatest fighters of all time in the last 25 years. Roman Gonzalez, guys. And they have Gennady Golovkin on that list as well. But they don't have Terrence Crawford on that list. Okay? They haven't considered putting Errol Spence on that list after he beat Kell Brook. But they do have Roman Gonzalez and Gennady Golovkin. Now, we've seen Roman Gonzalez ever since he stepped up in weight, dealing with more adversity. Now he's struggling. There's a very good chance that Roman Gonzalez is going to get beat. And when I say get beat, I mean he's going to lose decisively very soon. Because especially if he gets in the ring with Inoue. Because that Inoue is no damn joke. But it's not just him. Roman, he struggled with Carlos Cedras. He struggled with the Thailand fighter that he's about to have a rematch with. And I'm sure Roman should be able to come back, adjust, outbox that guy and win, because that guy, he stands straight up. He comes in like a rock'em sock'em robot. He doesn't use a whole lot of defense. He's just very aggressive. And for the most part, it actually worked for him in the first fight. But I believe Roman will make adjustments and take advantage of this guy who doesn't move his head and stand straight up. And Roman may box a little bit more and possibly, catch him with something. But who knows? Maybe this Thailand fighter is going in there with your momentum, newfound confidence. I beat Chocolatito Gonzalez, so it's a good fight. But I think Roman, he'll make the proper adjustments. But going back to my point, is ESPN, they prematurely put this man on the list as one of the greatest top 25 fighters of all time in the last 25 years before we got to see him do things like step up in weight and fight Carlos Cedras, fight the tough Japanese fighter Inoue. I think he's Japanese. After those fights, that's when you should be thinking where we can rate this man. But they just wanted to hurry up and do it because it's more based on their agenda as opposed to a fighter really deserving to be in that position. You feel me? It's the same thing they did with Ronda Rousey. Ronda Rousey, they purposely rated her as the best fighter of the year. They put her over Floyd Mayweather when Floyd Mayweather beat Pacquiao in the fight of the century. And then months after they give Ronda Rousey the award, she gets knocked out. Then she gets knocked out again after that loss. So these are the type of games that ESPN plays over there. But anyway, going back to Bob Arum, Lomachenko is the goods. There's no doubt about that. And since I brought up Golovkin and Roman Gonzalez, Lomachenko is on a whole nother level compared to those fighters. That I agree with. But my thing is, I think we need to give or put Lomachenko in a couple more fights before you start to compare him to Muhammad Ali. We still don't really know how Loma is going to deal with adversity. How is he going to deal with things when everything is not going his way? How does he deal with naturally bigger guys that are walking through his punches, making it an ugly fight like Orlando Salido did? How is he going to deal with the next type of Maidana type of opponent? We've seen how Floyd Mayweather had to deal with adversity with fighters like Corrales, with Zab Judah in the first 5 rounds, with Maidana, and many other opponents. We've seen Floyd Mayweather go in the ring having almost every physical attribute against him. Canelo, for example, 14 years younger, 15 to 20 pounds bigger, undefeated champion at a higher weight class. That's the type of adversity we need to see Loma deal with. How is Loma going to fight when he's close to 40 years old and he's going up against a bigger, stronger, young, real young, undefeated champion? How does he deal with that type of adversity? Then we could start saying, oh man, we might have to start talking about Lomachenko and Muhammad Ali, right? I mean, you guys have to understand the double standards on a far larger scale. When Muhammad Ali, when he was Cassius Clay, and even when he was Muhammad Ali, no one was giving him credit as being one of the greatest since Joe Louis and all of the other greats that came before Muhammad Ali. People would get upset, even when Muhammad Ali had already beat Sonny Liston. He had already beat Sonny Liston twice, despite being a heavy underdog going into that fight. And you still had pundits and media members basically saying that Ali couldn't hold Joe Louis's jock strap. He fought bums, Ali fought bums, etc., etc., etc. So my point is, they wouldn't even give Muhammad Ali that type of legendary status or compare him to legends. But now we have Lomachenko already being compared to Muhammad Ali. So once again, let's just see how Lomachenko's career progresses. Let's see how he deals with the Mikey Garcias. Let's see if he is even really ready to fight a Guillermo Rigo. You know, he's putting little tweets up or he's putting stuff on the social sites that Rigo is one of the guys he wants. Let's see if he really means it, because that's when you can be catapulted to straight greatness. You get in there with Guillermo Rigo, Mikey Garcia, move up in weight, fight some more cats, maybe Crawford, you keep moving up in weight. Now we could be talking about the great Lomachenko, you know, or then I should say. But that's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one.